I probably should have filmed some of this bit, but I'm pretty sure if you've seen other videos, you've seen me make the 4th Avenue logos before. Fiddly and annoying at the best of times. I had to make 3 of them. I definitely need to get my CNC to do these. I've cut out all 3 inlays, I've polished them up, and they're now ready to inlay into the headstocks. This is a job that I'm starting to question a little bit on kind of batches. On one-off guitars, I definitely want to have my 3D inlay because it's nice and I get to cut it and it's a little kind of hand touch. On something like the Graduate, which technically is kind of my base level model, long term I think I'm going to be doing kind of one piece Padauk or roasted maple necks without the very fancy bits. I might keep these stripes because the way I taper my necks I put the wings on afterwards, so adding some contrast there would still work. But I may also go to something like a water slide decal for the kind of entry level stuff. I might not, I might still like hold out and go, no, it's 4th Ave, it needs to be inlaid. I like the multi-layers and extra texture. But I need to get the rest of them inlaid, so I'm just going to slowly work through these. Before I started on this one last night, I went through and I resharpened a few of my chisels because they'd taken some heavy use, and now they are full on razor sharp again, which is nice. But I need to mark these out. So I've tacked them to a piece of masking tape with some super glue in the position that I want them, and literally all I do is mark around where I want to cut with a scalpel, pop out the piece of masking tape that it's attached to, and just cut away the wood that's exposed. Sounds that easy, but it's really fiddly. I've got to do it on all 3. I've got quite a lot done on these necks. All 3 of them are carved, sanded, inlays are all done. What do I need to do? I still need to drill the tuner holes, but I'm umming and ahhing as to what hardware I'm going to use at the moment, so I don't want to do those until I've got that set in stone, because if I drill them the wrong size, it's a bit fiddly to take material out to make them bigger. It's impossible to put material back to make them smaller. Well, neatly anyway. So I'm going to leave those until I know what tuners I'm using. I've beveled the edges of the frets, or the ends of the frets, just to stop me kind of tearing my hands to pieces. I haven't levelled or really done anything else with the frets. So to be honest, that's what I need to do. So what I should do is get my notched straight edge, adjust the truss rod if necessary, make sure all of these fretboards are perfectly flat. Then I need to mask up all three, and then level and recrown and dress and polish all three Nextworth. I'm not going to talk to the camera while I'm doing this. I'm just going to like keep hitting record every now and then and go through a full-blown montage because it's tedious enough doing one neck. Pretty sure you don't want to listen to the ramblings and utter crap that's going to come out of my mouth to doing three of them. Might as well go with that. Now I chose not to patch these, and level all three, dress, recrown all three, polish all three. In turn, I did them kind of one at a time after the levelling step, because this is possibly my least favourite job, and I didn't want to lose the will to live without having some sort of visual look what you've done type result happening a bit sooner. Certain jobs you do kind of want that visual thing of this isn't all pointless a bit more often. Sometimes you can just kind of stick with a job and know that it's going to be great at the end. Other times, like fretwork for me, it's mind numbing, and you just kind of, you want it to be over. I have a very short attention span. I like to have a visual result to kind of tell me I've done a good day's work. So I basically did one of these each evening after my day job for a few days, mixed in with other things. So it's taken me more than 3 days. It's been like a week and a half actually. Should probably get on and give them a tidy up. So I need to get some sandpaper and just clean up the edges a little bit where I've got a little bit of polish that's gone into places it shouldn't have done. And then I believe all that needs doing on these necks before gluing them in is drilling the tuner holes. But I might need to make a jig for that.